Domain names. Domain names are a digital asset and some can become quite valuable. Domain names are the addresses that find the website or web page. It is what is typed into the browser address bar. The Internet is a global connection of computers and websites. Websites are hosted on servers around the globe. This enables the sites to be available all the time, unless the server crashes. Computers have an IP address, which is a specific code. This is an identification. Website addresses are a string of numbers, which would be hard to remember. Domain names make it easier to identify the site URL, the Uniform Resource Locator. TLDs. TLD, or top-level domain, is the part of the domain name that comes after the dot. Some TLDs examples are .com, .net, and .org. The most common domains are .com, and it is generally preferable to use a .com domain. Most people will type in .com automatically when putting the URL into the address bar. Country code TLDs. These domains are specific to countries. For local businesses, and for businesses operating in a specific country, the TLD of the country is preferable. .u. K for United Kingdom. .a. U for Australia, etc. More versions of TLDs have become available over time, including .tv, .name, .me, .health, .club, .biz, .site, .xyz, .store, .shop, .io, .global, .live, .site, .news. With the many TLDs available now, there are now other options to choose from when domain names have already been taken with the .com, although the .com still remains the preference. Choosing domain names. It is beneficial to have a short domain name. No more than 2 words if possible. 3 words can suit, if the words are not too long, and the phrase flows. It is best to not use words that have tricky spelling and might be misspelled. It is also beneficial if the domain name is something that is easy to say, and easy to recall, and doesn't need explaining or spelling out. Domain name assets. Some domain names have become lucrative investments. The owners of domain names can on-sell the name, and purchasers are sometimes prepared to pay substantial amounts to obtain specific domain names for their business. Even if there is no website built on a domain name, the domain name can be valuable if it is a sought-after name. Domain names and social media. Lately there has been a bit less emphasis on domain names and websites. Many businesses now focus on their social media platforms. In some cases, the social media accounts are used as substitutes for domains and websites. The domain, and the website, still tends to be used to validate the business, and also to build trust. It can be like a digital version of a business card. As well as showcasing a business, domains and websites are also used to host news channels, e-commerce stores, to present sales funnels, and to provide information services. An important difference between having a site on your own domain name, and having your business positioned on a social media platform, is ownership. If a business is primarily on social media, it is vulnerable to the whims and the possible policy changes of that platform. The social media account is owned by the social media provider, for example, Facebook, Instagram. Whereas, your domain and website are your property. Domain names and business startup. The low entry cost for digital online websites, e-commerce platforms, and social media accounts has made the process of starting a business much more attainable. Building a business online does not require large capital outlay. Historically, considerable capital has been needed to start up a bricks-and-mortar businesses. It is costly to take out a lease on premises, to perhaps pay for the franchise purchase, and franchise fees, to fit out a store or other business premises, to buy stock in bulk, etc. The cost to start a business online can be minimal. There is the purchase of a domain name, and hosting, the business registration, and perhaps some online advertising costs. It is possible to start an online business for under $100. Step 1 in creating your online business presence, consider the choice of your business name. Check that the business name is available, and purchase the related domain name.